And welcome to our midweek edition of Upon Further Review. I'm Josh Aubrey. Plenty to get to in this week's show. The Georgia Southern Eagles look to rebound from their Sun Belt opening loss to Louisiana as they have a Thursday night matchup on the road in Mobile at South Alabama. We'll hear from Coach and some of the players about that, and we'll also check in with our area high school football teams as Statesboro High back in action on the road. Southeast Bullock Academy and Portal all returning to action this week, and we'll hear from all of those in just a moment. And a reminder before we go to break, hopefully you'll never be in an accident, but if so, please give our friends at the Sullivan Law Firm a call, 912-489-8888, or online at thesullivanlawfirm.com.
The Medical Center Pharmacy on Grenade Street is proud to be your Health Mart pharmacy in Statesboro. The Medical Center Pharmacy, locally owned and serving this community for 50 years, is open 364 days a year. The pharmacists at Medical Center know there's nothing more important than your family's well-being. That's why they take the time to know their customers, explain their medications, and answer any questions. The Medical Center Pharmacy, your Health Mart pharmacy. Health Mart, caring for you and about you.
Well, the Georgia Southern Eagles looking to rebound from their Sun Belt opening loss to Louisiana. This week, they have a short week in order to put that behind them as they hit the road for South Alabama. We had a chance to talk with Coach Lunsford and some of the players about the matchup.
I feel like it's good. We had a good practice yesterday, a lot of positive energy. I was just ready to get back to work.
Your first full game back, how did you feel?
I felt good, a little rusty. I made some mistakes that I shouldn't have made, but it is what it is. Come with the game. Just got to continue to grow. We've been through it before. A few years ago, at this point, we was 0-4, so kind of know how to deal with adversity. We've been through adversity before, so it's nothing new. Kind of know how to handle it, so we'll be fine. We got a lot of football left to play. I feel like we came together pretty good the second half. The other night against UL, we just got to continue to build on that momentum Thursday.
I would say we're not satisfied. I feel like we're hungry. The games, we knew we were going to face adversity, but we didn't know it was going to come this soon. But now it's here, so now we got to just face it head on and just continue to work day by day. Still have all of our goals in front of us. We still have everything that we want to accomplish. We can still control our destiny. And as of right now, I feel like we're the underdogs. A lot of people have thrown us in the trash, left us for dead. So we just want them to keep that same energy. We're still not out of it, and we're still going to keep working. Got to approach these same games just as if it's the last game in the world. We got to go game by game. And, South Alabama's a good team, so we just got to go at them like it's the conference championship and play them as hard as we can.
Thank y'all for coming today. We're sitting at a point right now in our season where we're 1-3 and backs against the wall, and another opportunity this week going into a Thursday night game against South Alabama. Looking forward to getting back on the field and seeing how much we can improve. On offense, as you watch the tape, you start to see a little bit more of the run starting to develop, but between the first half and the second half. But again, we're still hurting ourselves in the red zone. We're not scoring enough points, so we need to put a heavy emphasis on that. We've got to continue to work on our snaps. We had 46 yards lost between 3 sacks and 3 bad snaps. So that's definitely something that we're continuing to work on and try to make sure we get better there. And then the finish piece, getting outscored in the fourth quarter is definitely not what Georgia Southern football needs to be. On defense, we have a lot of missed tackles. We have a lot of situations where we didn't get adjusted to their formations and didn't set the edge well and be able to fit it well once we didn't set the edge. And so and then too many yards after contact, not wrapping up, making sure that we got the ball carriers down, and got outrushed in the ball game. So again, we got to work on our run defense and make sure that we are establishing a run on offense and shutting it down on defense, and finishing a football game. I think they're in a positive mindset. I do not think they're discouraged at all. We talked a lot about, this is where your character comes into play. This is where, when we talk about being a Georgia Southern man and we talk about all the different things from core values to identity and all the different things that we talk about, it's easy to do those things when you're winning. It's what are you going to do when you are 1-3, and it's time to respond, and you show your true character. So they've done a good job. They were very attentive in meetings yesterday, wanting to get better, and then they did a really good job at practice last night as far as coming out with energy and going to work.
And stay with us. Plenty of high school previews coming up next.
My Queensboro banker is Cheryl Quick.
Blanchard Equipment Company has 16 locations.
Queensboro has homegrown values just like us.
They get heavily involved in every community.
And that means strong customer service.
They've been around a long time, just like John Deere.
When you run across the bank like that, you stick with them.
I sure would like to own one of these John Deeres.
Well, we can sure make that happen.
Oh, well.
Queensboro is your community bank. Queensboro National Bank and Trust.
Well, we're here at the University Store. Big game this week. Got a game week for Georgia Southern. Plenty of apparel here. Plenty of things for your game day needs. Plenty of different brands. Plenty for your tailgating. Let's get out and take a look at some of the things they have here at the University Store. If it's games you're looking for, the Georgia Southern University Store has plenty for your tailgating fun. You don't have to give up fashion just because of Georgia Southern's clear bag policy. Looking for something for your office or maybe your man cave? The Georgia Southern University Store has you covered. A wide variety of hats and visors for men, women, and youths. Game day gear for junior and pint-sized Eagles. Gus says yes to the Eagles and the University Store. University Store outfitting Eagle Nation for over 6 decades. And join me now, the head coach of the Statesboro Blue Devils, Jeff Kaiser. And Coach, coming off a tough 21-7 loss this past week at home to West Orange. You knew how good they were coming in. The score doesn't really indicate how close the game was. You guys had a chance there to tie it up. Probably should have been a touchdown there. Unfortunately, it's a loss. How is everybody dealing with all this?
Well, initially, there's an old saying, you don't let the highs get too high and the lows get too low. So, we'll watch the film today and come out to practice and start getting back after it. Our defense, again, kept us in the game. Had a lot of bright spots there. We did have some breakdowns there. Offensively, we got hit in the teeth. And we knew it was going to be a challenge, a very good defensive front. We tossed the ball around a little bit. Felt like we had one and didn't get a call. So it's that's the way the ball bounces and the way it goes. We'll come back out, and there can be no letdown with our schedule. We face another good team, Burke County, extremely, extremely good offensive team. So every team we play is tough. So it's kids will come back out and go back to work and control what we can control.
Well, you mentioned the Murderers Row, and yeah, it does continue here. Friday night, you got to go up to Burke County. They typically have a lot of athletes there. They're usually going to be in the state playoffs and be in the mix. What do you see out of them when you've seen them on film?
Big up front on both sides of the ball and a lot of speed all over the field. Very athletic, very fast. Coach Eric Parker does a good job with those kids, and they're deep with speed. They play a lot of kids, so it'll be extremely challenging, just like it always is. But I think our kids will come out and prepare hard this week and give us a chance to win.
What do you feel like you have to do in order to come out on top?
We got to contain their perimeter run and as well as their inside run, and they do just enough throwing the ball to really, really beat you on play action pass. So it's we got to tackle well. Of 135 snaps last week, we felt like our team played 120 of them with a maximum effort. The last 15 after we recovered the fumble, went 3 and out, kind of deflated our kids a little bit. We got to finish. We got to understand it's a 48-minute game. So we just got to keep doing what we're doing, keep getting better, eliminate missed tackles. We had 19 missed tackles Friday night. And a lot of that's playing a good opponent. You play a good opponent, they make you miss in space. But we just got to continue doing what we're doing, continue to get better, and I have faith that these kids will.
Offensively, the week before against Effingham, we rushed for over 400 yards, then only 45 this past week. Do you feel like there was a step back in the running game, or was it just that the other team was too good at stopping the run, so you tried something different?
We were inconsistent and knew we were going to struggle. Their defensive front was phenomenal. We knew it would be a challenge, and it didn't work out. Our kids, we're not going to come in here and revamp what we do offensively. We're going to keep working to get better at what we do, and our kids have seen that it can be successful when we execute. We just got to do it against quality opponents.
All right, so on the road at Burke County this Friday night. Stay with us. Up next, we'll hear from some of the Blue Devil players. Join me now, a couple of the Blue Devil players. We've got Jeremy Reese on the offensive side of things and J.D. Kaiser from defense, even though he did play a little quarterback in emergency last week. Jeremy, begin with you. Tough loss there Friday night, but you guys seem to have been improving up till there, especially on offense. How are you feeling right now?
I feel like it's a lot of things we can work on. Like this week, it's going to be a week to fix our mistakes from last week so it won't happen again.
JD, a little the same thing, especially on defense. You guys look like you've improved every week. Last week, still played pretty well, but I know you're not happy with giving up 21 points.
We just got to eliminate the big play and just got to tackle better. Too many missed tackles on our side. And same thing Jeremy said, just got to improve on what we've been doing since the season began.
So you guys end up losing the first game of the season. I know everyone was pretty excited about being 3-0. How's the team responding to the loss?
It hurt, but at the end of the day, we realized that we lost to a good team. So, we feel like that if we can practice better, that we can be straight for the rest of the season.
JD, same thing. I know that when things are going well, 3-0, everybody's talking about you guys. You lose a game, some people are going to say, oh, no, here we go again. How's the team feeling?
Really the only thing that matters is how the team responds. We eliminate what everybody else thinks about us. That doesn't matter to us. So we just got to come out this week ready to work.
All right, well, you guys have Burke County coming up this week. You know that they're always a tough team, got a lot of athletes, and you're going to have a tough test on the road in Waynesboro.
Yes, sir. We just got to stay focused this week, study film, and go hard this whole week.
JD, what are your thoughts about playing Burke? You know that they usually have a lot of athletes. You're going to probably have to be running around the field a lot.
We just got to keep the main thing, and the main thing this week is Burke County, and we just got to focus in on them and study film as hard as we have all year and take practice as serious as we possibly can.
All right, Statesboro in Waynesboro this Friday night at Burke County. Go out and support the Blue Devils.
When my dad passed away, we started keeping my mother at home. She was not happy, and we were not happy because she wasn't happy, and so we decided we would check into Willow Pond, and we brought her to Willow Pond, and immediately when she came up here, that visit, the first visit, she fell in love with it, and she was ready to stay. We're so happy that we did for her because she was completely satisfied, and she lived here almost 11 years, between 10 and a half and 11 years, and there's no doubt in my mind that it extended her life, and it made her happy and completely content.
My name is Chandler Dennard, and I'm the Executive Director here at Willow Pond. Come let our family take care of your family.
Family Internal Medicine Associates of Statesboro, providing primary care for Statesboro area patients since 1998, providing complete physicals, complete sports physicals, Medicare wellness exams, full diabetes treatment, and education from lifestyle changes to oral medications to insulin pump therapy, in-house dermatology, in-house circulation tests, and ultrasounds, and in-house labs. Featuring nurse practitioner Melissa Beasley, Family Internal Medicine of Statesboro can accommodate same-day or next-day appointments to serve your needs. Family Internal Medicine Associates of Statesboro, where we care. The Southeast Bullet Coaches Show segment is brought to you in part thanks to Southeast Tire and Service. Southeast Tire and Service has been in business for 13 years, offering extensive vehicle repair and service from bumper to bumper. Come have a cup of coffee with us and let us help you with your car needs. Located at 400 Parker Avenue in Brooklyn. And join me now, the head coach of the Southeast Bullock Yellow Jackets, Barrett Davis. And Coach, I guess it's been a strange week or so for you guys. You're preparing once again. You had the hurricane issues a few weeks back, and now you had to cancel the game with Beach, which will be made up, obviously, because it's a region game. It was kind of tough to get ready and then not play Friday.
Yes, it's kind of, we'd practice Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Then Wednesday, probably around 3 or 4 o'clock, we found out that the game was going to be canceled due to things out of their control, obviously. But it'll probably be made up the last couple weeks of the season once we get that finalized with Georgia High School. And it'll put us playing 3 games in 9 days again for the second year in a row. But it is what it is, and we'll have to go play. So.
When you guys got the word, was it more of a let's get ready for Windsor Forest, or was it more of a we need to work on what we need to work on, or get some rest, or what?
Well, we've had the injury bug a little bit lately, so it was definitely good to get a few days off. We gave our kids Friday off. Thursday we kind of did some stuff during school, during our 4th block, so we were able to kind of prep. But yeah, it was a letdown for, obviously anytime you work for 3 or 4 days, or prepping for a week for an opponent, then something unexpected comes about, then obviously you have to regroup and move on and try and get ready for the next one. So that's all we're preaching to our kids, and they're used to it. I mean, we did it last year, and the kids responded well, and I think our kids adapt well to certain situations. So we're coming in today focusing on Windsor Forest for Friday.
Well, playing 3 games in 8 or 9 days, unfortunately, you've had to get used to that, and it may happen again coming up at the end of the season. But for this week, you're coming off, I guess, a fairly healthy week then, and now you've got Windsor Forest, a chance to go above 500 in your region.
That's right. Windsor's a good team. They've got some good athletes, and they're pretty good against stopping the run. So we think it should be a good matchup. The good thing is we've got them at home, and we're about to start a 3-game home stretch. So hopefully, being here in front of our crowd in Brooklyn can definitely give us an edge. So.
Well, you proved that you could throw the ball a little bit. The last time you played at Savannah High, you threw the ball a little bit. So if they do stop the run, it looks like you've got some options where early in the season you guys weren't throwing quite as much.
Right. I mean, I think we've kind of worked on some things and worked on reads and worked on our passing game. It's something we work on. I mean, we work on it 3 days a week, just like we do our run game. So, I mean, it's something that we've kind of became accustomed to, and it's something that, as we can get better at as we get on throughout the season. And, we've got good kids who know the plays and can run the routes, and, it's just a matter of putting all of it together, catching a snap, throwing it, and then catching it again. So we'll see what happens.
The quarterback situation, where does that stand right now?
Both kids have done everything we've asked them to do. So, both of our QBs have got about equal playing time this season, and both know the system well, and we think both can help us in certain ways. So, we're going to continue doing what we're doing.
All right, so the Jackets hosting at Fred Shaver Field, 7:30 kickoff against Windsor Forest. Stay tuned. Up next, we'll be listening to what the players have to say. This portion of the Southeast Bullet Coaches Show is brought to you by Crazy Nick's Inflatables. We'd love to be a part of your birthday parties, church and Sunday school functions, school event, community event, company events, or just entertainment for a small family gathering. Whatever your event, it can provide the fun. Serving Bullock, Effingham, Bryan, and surrounding counties, delivery, setup, and breakdown are all included in the pricing. For more information, call 912-690-5972 or visit them online at crazynicksinflatables.com. And join me now, a couple of the Southeast Bullock Yellow Jacket players. We have Austin Real, who plays linebacker for Southeast Bullock, and Traydon McBride. I guess you play pretty much every position, special teams, offense, and defense. Austin, will begin with you. I know it was tough last week. You guys have got to, unfortunately, be used to this when you think you have a game and then something happens. How are y'all responding to that?
Well, we were kind of down at first, but now we're ready for Windsor. We want to get ready. We want to practice every day. Well, we had a 3-day, 4-day weekend. We feel better. Our legs are under us, and we're just ready to play a game.
Trade on the same thing. You know, you guys have unfortunately been used to, whether it's a hurricane or something like that, having a game canceled. Or does that bother you guys? I know you were wanting to probably play after you had beaten Savannah High the week before.
Yes, sir. It doesn't really bother us. We just keep our work ethic and then just get back to the grind the next week.
All right, well, this week you got Windsor Forest. You got to have a chance to go above 500 and get to 2-1 in the region. Pretty big game coming up for you.
Yes, sir. We really need this win. If we get this win, then we'll have more confidence for the week after when we play Jenkins, and that's a really tough opponent. We really need to get this dub.
Yeah, well, you got Windsor Forest coming up. You played them last year, had some success, and it's a chance to go to 2-1 in the region, which is a pretty important thing for you guys.
Yes, sir. That's very important.
How do you feel like things are going right now? It looked like the last game against Savannah High, the defense played pretty well, and the offense started kind of moving the ball.
Yeah, the way we've been moving people around and stuff, finding more positions that they can benefit us in, has been helping out a lot.
All right, so Southeast Bullock hosting Windsor Forest, 7:30 at Fred Shaver Field. Get out there and support the Jackets.
A sports injury can stop you in your tracks. At Optum Orthopedics, our specialized physicians and staff use advanced orthopedic procedures with one specific goal in mind: to get you back to you. If you have a sports injury, request an evaluation. Experience the Optum difference.
Tanya's mother told her she'd find the perfect bedroom at Badcock Home Furniture and More. And she was right. Again.
Pick a pumpkin and save up to 25% at Badcock Home Furniture and More. That's extra savings on sweet deals, like this reclining sofa for just $5.98, or this 5-piece bedroom set for only $4.98. It's easy with your style, our credit. Pick your pumpkin and save at Badcock Home Furniture and More.
And join me now, the head coach of the Bullock Academy Gators, Pat Collins. And Coach, I didn't know basketball season already started. You guys score 70-plus points against Augusta Prep. Had a feeling that it might be a lot. 3, 2, 1. And join me now, the head coach of the Bullock Academy Gators, Pat Collins. And Coach, you guys continue to roll. You roll up over 70 points this past week against Augusta Prep. Got a lot of kids in the game. Your thoughts first off on how the game went.
Well, Josh, we were very pleased to get everyone into play. You know, we did that basically by the second quarter. Augusta Prep has a young team. We knew that going in, and they're few in number. And you know, I salute those boys and their coaches because they're working hard and trying hard. And you know, things got really one-sided very quickly the other night. And you know, we were able to do some really good things in that we were able to score 3 special teams touchdowns. You know, Ford Wilds, Rodney Hill both had kickoff returns for touchdowns. We also blocked 2 punts actually. Garrison Lee blocked 2 punts, and Cam Harrison was able to pick that up and run it in. And we were able to involve everybody on our team and play everyone. So that's always a good thing.
Well, you got a bye week this week, and then you've got a huge game looming on the horizon with John Millage. Is this coming at a good time? I know you've already had one. This was supposed to be a week that you played, but things didn't work out because one of the teams you were supposed to play is not playing football this year.
Well, you know, an open week used correctly is always good wherever it's at. We're going to spend our time, obviously, looking at our conditioning, working on our fundamentals. And we do have a few boys that have some you know, mid-season type injuries that I think a little bit of rest and a little bit of time will help those boys be ready to go in October. We've got we've got a challenging stretch here in October. We're going to play a lot of our region schedule. It starts off with John Millage, who is last year's state runner-up, and right now I think they're ranked 1 in all the GISA polls in Class AAA. So they're a formidable team, and we spend the open week working on us, and then we take the next week and really hone in on John Millage.
All right, well, we've heard from Coach Collins. Stay tuned. Up next, we'll hear from a few of the players. All righty.
Ready for fall? Us too at RJ Pope. Get ready to cheer on your favorite team in a new performance polo from Peter Millar, Southern Tide and AFCO. Ladies, we have the best brands and trending fashions. Complete your look with one of our best-selling shoe brands, Soft, On Cloud, and Free People. Shop these brands and so much more at one of our 3 locations, RJ Pope Buckhead, Downtown, and Vidalia.
All right, now it's time to talk to a few of the Gator players. We've got quarterback Fisher Oglesby and Case Murphy, who's, I guess you played fullback this past week?
Yes, sir.
All right, well, first off, we're going to begin with you, Fisher. You guys are coming off quite a roll here, scored 70 points this past week against Augusta Prep. How do you feel the offense is doing, and what do you attribute the success to?
The offensive line has stepped up and did a really good job this year, and we've got better as the season continues, and keep practicing and getting better. And I believe Augusta Prep was a young team, and they got some things to work on, and we're going to prepare this off week to get better. So.
All right, well, Case, you got a chance to step up and made the most of it. You got your, I guess, your first touchdown a couple weeks ago, and got a couple this past week. How's it feeling to get some playing time?
Feels good. I'm just trying to do the best I could do to help the team out, and the offensive line did a great job this week, and we all worked together as a team to get the win, because we got a lot of younger players in too.
Yeah, I guess that's a good thing about a game like that. And you guys able to get some younger players, some guys that help you out in practice. Is it nice to be able to see them out on the field?
Oh yes, sir. It's enjoyable. It's always good to get them playing time, and we get out there and do our job, and it's fun to get them in and watch them. So.
Case, when you're able to get in the game and see some of the other younger guys, it's kind of fun to see that.
Yes, sir. It was pretty fun to see.
You got a bye week this week. You feel like it's a good time to rest and get prepared because you've got a big game coming up after that.
Yes, sir, but we're going to continue to work all week and all next week, and hopefully it'll come out good for us.
All right, you got a bye week this week and then a big game looming on the horizon with John Millage.
Yes, sir. We're going to prepare this week, watch film this week, and see what we can do and get it right and come out next week and be strong, so it should be good.
All right, the Gators the bye week. Next time they'll be hosting John Millage in a couple of weeks. Support the Gators, and we'll be back again next week.
We place our trust in a lot of things every day. We trust that the red light will turn green, that our kids will wake us up too early on the weekends, and that our roof will keep us dry when the storm comes rolling through. But there's nothing more trustworthy than the rising sun. For over 50 years, Lee Hill in Johnston has ensured the trust of thousands across the Southeast. Like the faithfulness of the rising sun, you can rest assured that we have your trust insured.
And it's that time once again, time for Jen's Pick 6, brought to you as always by
Lee Hill Johnson.
All right, last week we both did right there at 500. 3-3 for me, 3-3 for her. Let's see who wins this week.
What's going on with 3-3 this week, guys? I don't know.
Georgia Southern lost last week.
I was watching that whole game.
Yeah.
There is not one good reason why Chad Kevin Lunsford cannot get on that field till I understand he's trying to help the other people.
Right.
But it's time for him to get in gear.
He's going to get in gear. We got a Thursday night game, Jennifer. Georgia Southern at South Alabama. Georgia Southern is giving 11. Who you like?
This is, okay, y'all, this is an understatement. I mean, for 11 points, when I went on the record and looked, and it said like maybe 10 or so.
Yeah.
Okay, that's probably 10 and a half.
Right.
But I'm telling you right now,
they're going to cover.
I think Georgia Southern will cover the points.
I think so too. I think they bounce back. All right, your Georgia Bulldogs are giving 25 points to the Tennessee Vols. at Tennessee. Who you
Okay,
like?
and again, this is another research I did.
Yeah?
You know, Georgia Bulldogs, I saw them.
Right?
I watched their game.
Doing pretty good.
They did great.
We're both wearing red for some reason. You got red and black.
I got red and black, but you know, I'm telling you, I have faith in my dogs, and I got them all the way.
I'm rolling with your dogs too. All right, here comes the former Georgia Southern Bowl. We got Tulane, Willie Fritz, Army,
No.
Jeff Monken. Tulane is giving 3 points on the road.
Okay, listen. First of all, I want to cover something.
Which coach
from
did
last
you
week.
like the best?
Wait a minute. First of all, I'm covering something, okay?
Sure.
Because I have to get this off of me.
All right, what is it?
I went with Coach Monken.
Yeah?
Here's the reason. Jeff Monken, the time that he was here at Georgia Southern,
Who's your buddy?
he was my friend.
Yeah.
He was my partner. We talked together. We talked about Georgia Southern stuff then.
Right.
You know, I'm telling you, where I looked at Tulane,
Yeah.
they don't, I'm sorry, but they do not have any quarterback right now.
Oh.
One of the quarterbacks hurt.
Oh, no.
I think I'm not going with Tulane. They're screwed up last time. I hate them forever.
Hate them?
I hate
That's
them
Willie
forever.
Fritz.
I'm sorry, but again, I'm
Okay.
telling you.
Jennifer's taking
I'm
Army.
taking Army, Jeff Monken.
I think you're probably right, but I'm going to go with Willie Fritz. They've been doing pretty well. Auburn giving 3 to Florida. Big SEC matchup. Who we like in this one, Jennifer?
This one is an upset again, Josh.
Upset?
And, I mean, because you have 30 points.
Auburn's
minus
giving
3 points.
They're giving 3.
But anyway, given 3 points, okay, I understand that. But I think they should give up 20 points.
Whoa. So you're taking Auburn.
I'm taking Auburn all the
I
way.
think Florida has a chance to, oh, there goes my pin. Keeping it close. I think that Florida covers in this one somehow, some way.
No.
Georgia Tech, they've really been stinking, Jennifer. They're playing North Carolina. They lost to App State.
Had they not been stinking, I'm not saying stinking's the word, Josh.
Yeah,
I think they're
worse.
more than stinking. More than stinking. You
You
know
might be
why?
right.
Let me tell my fans something.
What do you want to say?
Because I know why Georgia Tech is losing now.
'Cause they
because
fired?
because I talked to my brother-in-law, which is Chris Lane.
Yeah?
You know, he told me this, and this could be true. Georgia Tech is losing every single game of their life because of Paul Johnson not being there anymore.
You're right. You're right. I'm
So,
going
you
North
know
Carolina.
what? I am picking North Carolina for those 7 points.
Final game. Couldn't find much else out there. Big
Come
Ten,
on.
Michigan and Iowa. Pretty close spread here. Michigan's giving 7 points. Who
The
you
question is who you're picking.
like? I'm picking Iowa.
I had to go there. Guys. I wanted, my heart and gut wanted to pick Michigan, but there was no way after doing some
Yeah,
research.
They
And
haven't done too well.
I watched Michigan a couple nights ago, I believe, whenever
Yeah.
they were on, and they screwed up. So,
They've
guys,
screwed up a
it's
lot.
not good. So I'm picking Iowa this week.
All right, well, we got a couple different ones. You got Army and I've got Florida, but the rest of them we kind of picked similar, so let's see how
Let's
we
just
do.
say that me and you are probably going to end up next week having added like 7 to 7, if possible.
Yeah, I
that
think
could-
6 is the best we can
Six,
do.
six
games.
plus, if that's plus.
It's a 6-pack of games here. All right. That'll wrap it up. For Jennifer Hirsch, I'm Josh Aubrey. We thank Lee Hill and Johnson Insurers. We'll see you next week.